Good morning, friends. How is everybody today? I'm doing great, actually. Oh, that one works. I've got a plan for today, and I'm just pulling out one more piece of fabric that we can use. How is everybody? I missed you guys last week, but I have to tell you that I had a wonderful time with my son and his girlfriend. I always feel funny calling her his girlfriend because they've been together over 20 years. But they're not married, so I'm not quite sure what else to call her. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. For today, hang on, I'm looking for one more. Kind of in the spring mode for today. So I'm looking for kind of some springy colors. Let's see. Not that one. Okay. I'll find one here. Get one. So here's what I'm thinking today. See, do I have anybody? I don't have anybody today. I've got these, I'm still working on these old Christmas card tags, and I thought what I would do is like a little cluster of journal cards. And I thought I would, take this old ball chain that I have and hook on. I've got 3 now, but we can do more. And I thought I would cover them and then, I can either put some more writing paper on the back or just leave them as they are. But I thought I would make these little journal cards and then, have them be able to open up like this. And then they could hang in a journal because they've already got the holes in them. Hi, Mimi. I missed everybody last week. I was entertaining my son, and it was wonderful. Had a really nice visit with them. So anyway, I thought I would put down some fabric and then we can decorate the fabric. Put a big old bird on that or some flowers, some, I don't know what. I'm going to take this apart for right now. Yeah, we had the kids here, and it just, when you've got family, and we got all caught up in stuff, and I don't know, I just decided to take the week for my family. Oh, here's what we did. The last thing that we made, I finished it up. And there it is. I love that one. I love that one. I'm just looking for one more piece of paper. So I've got this one that I'm going to use for one of them. I've got this one for another. And let's see what we've got in here. Let's see what we've got. That's pretty, but that's more of that green. I must really like that color because I have a lot of it. We could do this one. Or Let's see what else I have in here. I have this like seersucker piece, but I'm afraid that I would see the dark of the I'm going with you for more. Yeah, family first. And I don't see my son very often. And we just had, it was one of the best visits that I've ever had with him as a coming home thing, you know? So let's see. Well, that's not too bad. Well, hi, Shamika. Yeah, I ended up taking the whole week off last week. I had my kid here and we just got to having fun. And so I didn't make it on last week. I felt guilty, but not too guilty. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I've got these three. Hey, Big Mama. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take some more of these little Christmas tag thingies, and I've got a piece of ball chain here. I'm going to hook these together, and we're going to make a little cluster of journal cards, and I can add more to it. But I'm going to cover them with fabric. So these are three, well, I have these three fabrics, and I like them because they're all kind of muted, but they're springy. And then I also have this piece, and between the blue seersucker and this bright pinkish one, I think I like the blue because it's kind of muted. This one's pretty bright. And I already have kind of this flower here. So I think I'm going to set this aside and we'll just go with these. What do you think about those three? Oh, thank you. I had so much fun with my son. Let me see if I have. Okay. Oh, there we go. There is my husband, my son, and me in our living room. And then my husband and I and my son again, we were doing the little smooching thing. And then uh, hang on. There is my son and me leaning on my son and then his girlfriend. So there's my family pictures. And the dog. The dog had to get in there too. She loved my son. She just really fell in love with him. But yeah, that's those are the pictures that I have. And that sweet fur baby. I know. I know. She had to get in the picture. That's funny. All right, let's get to work. Hi, Susan. Did you see my pictures I was just showing? That's my son and the dog and me and my son's girlfriend. And not that one. There's my husband and I smooching. And my son looking on. Come on. Come on. And can't get it to go. There we go. There's the three of us. And there's me in my flip-flops. What do you know? It's freezing cold outside, but I got my flip-flops on. So anyway, those were our family pictures. Let me get to my iPad so I can. See you. Oh, and there we go. All right, so let's get to our project now. The hydraulics on my little office chair here that I sit on, I still haven't got a new chair yet, have failed. So they don't, my chair won't stay up. It falls to the floor when I sit in it. It's quite annoying, but I'm basically sitting on the ground here. Yeah, they are good pictures. All right, so let's work on this. And let's put, we had such a good time. And food, I ate so much food. I need to be on a diet for a month now. I made prime rib one night. And we had done that for a couple days. And then their last dinner here, I made a lasagna. Those were all requests from my son. There's certain foods that he loves to eat when he comes home for a visit. And I know, but then mine will like slowly start to go down, and then all of a sudden it's like, boom, I'm on the floor. It's the hydraulics and the chair. I had another chair go out, but these chairs are so, I mean, they're well over 10 years old. So anyway. So what'd y'all do last week? Anything exciting? Yeah, it's frustrating because you don't want to end up on the floor. I'm going to put it this way so I can make it really even along that stripe. Just work, nothing exciting. Oh my word. We had all kinds of exciting stuff here. Oh, Susan. That's, you stop that. You stop that. We went down to the first full day that they were here. We went down to South Carolina. Oh, hey, Tina. Um, I am making a cluster of journal cards. And I'll show you here in just a second, but I'm covering them all. I'm kind of on a fabric kick. I'm covering them all with fabric. So there's one. These are old Christmas tags that I had cut out and punched holes in, and then I never used them. So I thought, well, there's no sense letting them go to waste. So I've been making various different things. I have two people at work that like their chairs as low riders. Yeah, I don't. Tina, have you been in here before? And I'm just not remembering. Yeah, they're these Christmas tags. And I'm just putting some fabric on them. So we'll get the fabric on them and then we'll decorate them. And then I've got this little hole here. And then I've got this little piece of ball chain that we'll put through there. Okay. Oops, I got a little bit of, looks like coffee stain on that end. So let me see, which way do I want up? No, I think I want this way up. Okay. So we'll put glue on this one. No, ma'am, you haven't been here before? I know. You want me to use the coffee stain? It's just one little blob, but we can certainly use it. Put this on here. I know everybody does. Well, so how did you find us? Give us just the general questions. Where did you find us? And we know your first name is Tina. And what part of the country do you live in? And last question, do you make, junk journals or ephemera or all of that, or do you just like to watch it? We've been getting a lot of people finding us. Oh, I got to get out some trivia questions. Oh, I'm going to have one. Tina probably won't know, but she can guess. So, Tina, what I do, used to do it different last year, but this year I ask a few trivia or just um, general questions, current events, or stuff about me. And um, and then the first one to answer gets a ticket in the Happy Mail jar. And on the first day of every month, I picked a name from the ticket jar. I popped in YouTube. I crawled back in my warm bed. Oh, well, thank you, kitty cat. We're glad you sent your mama here. We're very glad you're here. We like new people. And we have a very, very friendly group. We don't have a lot of folks here yet. We usually get, I don't know, somewhere around 14 or 16. But I took the week off yesterday. And so that may be why I don't have so many this morning. Yes, we are glad. Oh, Kentucky. So you're not too far from me. I'm in North Carolina. And we are on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And this is a very interactive group. So once I get to the part where we're actually decorating these, you guys will get to have some input on that. Oh, you did? Whereabouts in North Carolina did you live? I'm in the mountains. You have 3 cats. I'm not a huge cat person. And I guess it's because I don't dislike cats. I just have never really had any. Oh, look at those. Aren't those pretty? Let's get the last one. When I was growing up, my family didn't do cats. I mean, they just didn't. It just wasn't something um, that was big. We always had dogs. Clemens. I'm not sure where Clemens. I know, aren't those pretty for journal cards? And then there'll be a trio, and I can add to it too. So let me get this one on, then we'll get to decorating. Oh, okay. So more towards the central. I'm not sure that I know where Clemens is. First, I read that. I thought you said Clemson. I was like, oh, that's South Carolina. It's Clemens. I have to see where that is. We lived in the Raleigh area for, I don't know, 20 some years. And then 4 years ago, we moved to the mountains. This is always where we wanted to retire. My husband and I are both retired now, very recently, but retired. And this is where we're going to stay. It's beautiful here. It's cold, cold, cold right now. And we're going to be getting some more snow. We got our first snow last week? No, week before. And it's pretty much all melted now. Ah, yeah, I think, once you get an animal, you get attached to it. Well, I did that all wrong. I did that all wrong. That's what I get for talking and trying to work. I I put the glue on the wrong side. I was supposed to cover up the. Hang on, I got plenty more of these things. There's one. I was supposed to cover up the colored side, and I forgot I was doing that. So let's try it again. So you guys think about, what are we going to put on these for focal points? Are we going to put birds, flowers, butterflies, trees, But I wanted to do something kind of springy because it's been so cold here. Boy, I cooked 2 really big meals while they were here. I cooked the prime rib, and then I also cooked the lasagna. And then just, having company and running around and doing stuff. They left yesterday, and then early. Asked them, who the hell books a flight that early in the morning? I was cranky when I had to get up at 5 o'clock to go to the airport. I'm just teasing, not really. But so after getting up that early to go to the airport, and let's see which. And all of that. And I couldn't do anything yesterday. I laid on the couch and did jigsaw puzzles all day. Covering up mistakes, isn't that the truth? I'm pretty good at that. Okay, Shamika wants a bird. So we have one of the cards spoken for. They don't all have to be birds, but they can be. I'm going to let you guys kind of guide the Washington State. That's right. They had come out here. She just turned 40, and he's 42. And so they had come out here to do something in Florida. I think they were at Universal Studios. There was some special attraction that they wanted to see. And so they had been in Florida for a couple of days, and then they came up here and spent, they got here on Tuesday the 14th, whatever day the 14th was. They got here, and then they left yesterday. So they were here for a good visit. Yeah, that one you can see a little bit through. You can see a little bit through that one too. You can see the to and from lines, but I think they'll be okay. So look at those. Aren't those just pretty? Now, let me find. This is a really tiny hole punch. Well, hi. Now remind me, is it Caroline or Carolyn? I can't remember. And I know you told me. Oh. That's gonna go this way. Line, Caroline. My neighbor is Carolina, and I said something like to her husband. I met her husband first. He was working out in the yard when they first moved in. They haven't lived here very long. And remembered a second time what? And I said something, oh, that's cool. She's got a name just like the state. She's, like Carolina. He says, don't call her Carolina, whatever you do. It's Carolina. And they are Hispanic, but she goes by Carolina. Dude, this is the tiniest little thing. What did you remember a second time? Ah. And then today. Okay. So here are these. Yeah, Carolina. All right. So, Shamika, you wanted a bird. Which one do you want a bird on? A, B, or C? And I'll get out my birds here. There's some birds. A, you want to put it on the blue one? Okay. So I'm going to put a bird on here. All right. So let's do a trivia and see who remembers, because I said it before. What is my son's name? Now, Tina, you can guess. You probably won't know because you haven't been around a long time, but um, you guys can tell my son that was just here visiting. What is his name? Nitty is fun. I've had conversations with her. She's just you forgot his name. She's just kind of recuperating from her mom's death, and they've been helping her dad out a whole lot. He had a really hard time with it. And so she said she hopes to get back soon, but for her right now, it's all about family. Okay, anybody know on my son's name? Nope, no variation of Michael. Okay, I told her that we're all thinking of her, but I'll specifically let her know that you mentioned that. She's such a sweet lady. So I could kind of fussy cut around this. Okay, what about my son? Can't forget the kid. And it's not a variation of Michael. Not David. It's not an unusual name, but it's not super common like David or Michael or, James or anything like that. No, Lewis is my husband. I'm just over here cutting you guys. It's easier if I hold it to myself. Not Steven. Shall I give you a hint and tell you what it starts with? It starts with a J. And it's not James or Jim. Like I said, it's not real uncommon, but it's not real common either. It's not like Justin. Mimi got it. Okay, Mimi gets a ticket in the that's funny. That's funny. You gotta be resourceful, right? Okay, here's one that's going to be specifically about speed. Whoever can get it in first. So if you have a fast internet, you've got probably a 99% chance of getting this right. What? So get your fingers on the keyboards and get ready. What special event is happening today? Oh, you're fine, Mimi. You were resourceful. You know, one of the things I learned in college is that um, one of the greatest things that you learn is how to find information. No, I mean it may be MLK, but that happens every year. This is a special event. There we go, Shamika. What do you think about that? It probably needs a little something behind it. The inauguration, yep. And Mimi got that one as well. So since you think you cheated, how about if we give this one to Susan? She had it second. Okay, we'll come back and do another one later. Okay, so what we need something like right here behind it. Like let's look at these things because I've got like this one, but it's not really long enough. There's an ice coupon. Not what one? Let's see what else we have in here. Don't want any of these people. Hmm. Let's see. Small, long one up top. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. But I don't want just words. I want something a little more interesting than that. There we go. Let's see. Let's see what we've got here. How about something like that? Except I'd have to take one of these off because it. Let's see what else I have in here. Along. Oh, I do it all the time. I usually ask Siri. I don't even try to find it on the. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There's kind of a long one. I need to order some more of these before. Did y'all hear the news about Tim Holtz? Oh, there we go. I like that ticket. Now I also need to get um so you haven't heard about Tim Holtz? Tim is retiring from being a creator or being a maker. So he's not going to make products anymore. He is going to he's just going to be a maker. He wants to really focus on his hi Tony. You just missed the trivia. We'll do one more a little bit later. I don't know what that says, but it's German. Okay, let's try one other thing because I'm not liking all of this yet, but I'm sure I will find something. I want to look at a piece of paper from one of the other things that I tore. Oh, I know what I have that we could pull out. Hang on one second. There's some longer pieces. Ooh, this one says the bees and the birds. Oh my gosh, you guys, I dropped one of those. I dropped one of my trays with all my stuff in it. Okay, here's March 14th, 1885. Yes, they'll continue selling what he already has, but when that's gone, it's gone. So he's not making anything new. Now, I didn't listen. He did a live broadcast where he talked about it. He just wants to make things. But some of his products that are already made, where they've got all the production set up and stuff like that. I don't know if they'll keep producing some of that, or let's cut a little bigger piece. I don't know if they'll still keep producing what he's already done, or it'll just stop altogether once they sell current inventory. I'm not sure about that. All right, so let's say that we pull this down a little bit. And I kind of like that. Yeah, yeah, especially the papers. Yeah, and I don't know exactly. I mean, I'm sure he's got some stuff in the works right now. I didn't hear the entire story. Um, there we go. There's that. And then, oh, got this stuff all over the floor now. Um, I'm making a mess out of everything. I need to sort those out again. See, I have some bugs, some butterflies, and some bugs. Hang on, let me see what I have in this little container. Got that. Oh, this one with the blue on it. Yeah, it does get exhausting. I used to have a job where I traveled a lot. And a lot of it, well, I did a bunch of international travel, but I also did travel where I would get up in the morning, go and, I mean, really early to catch my flights, and then um, go and catch my flight and then do my business wherever I was going. Could be Cleveland or I don't know, could be anywhere. And then I would get on a plane and come back home. That made for a long day. Or I'd go up to Chicago and go to meetings and go back home. And it was just a really, really long day. Okay, Tony. All right. Okay, what do you guys think about that? I got some blue, I've got some fabric in there, and then I've got the birds on the top. Do you like that, Shamika? What do you think, Shamika? You like? Amazing. Okay. Well, I'm going to tack it all down. Thank you, Tina. This is why I like to do interactive stuff because I get really nice ideas from people, things I wouldn't have thought of. And then that. And let's six inches of snow already. We're not going to get any snow, but it's freaking cold here. All right. Let's put and I didn't even ink around that. I just left it plain. And then I've got a Southwest Missouri. Missouri. Isn't that how it's pronounced in your neck of the woods, Mimi? And just tack down the rest of this. All right. Now let's move on to the next one. And you know what I think I will want to do? I got 10 minutes for the other two, but there we go. There is one of the journaling cards, and I'll probably sew around it. I won't do it here, but I'll sew around it and then I'll show you guys on Wednesday. All right, so there's the first one. Isn't that cute? I might also do some I might, oh, it's broken. You love it? Good. I'm glad you love it. Trying to find one with halfway of a point here. And actually, this is where I was going to go around. Now, let's see if I can find one of my tortillons. There it is. Put a little shadow on here. All right. What do we want to do on the next card? There we go. All right. What do we want to put on the next one? Butterfly? I've got all sorts of fun butterflies that we could use. Look at that bird one. I love it. I do want to go a little more around the birds to separate them a little bit from the background. There, that'll be better. That's going to be a little bit better. Oh, I like that a lot better. Look at, you can really see the birds now. All right. So butterfly was our next thing. On which card? A is this bright one and B is the green. You want A or B? I know, I like those birds too. Oh, and you know what this was? You know how you can get those coasters that are like cardboard and they'll have a picture on the top? I peel those pictures off the top because they're good to use for images. And that's what this was. This was on a coaster. All right. So butterfly, which one? A, you want this one. Okay. Let me put this up here so I'll make sure we don't lose it. Okay. Butterflies. These were birds. These are butterflies. Let's get the book out that has all the butterflies in it. Here it is. Okay. Back to the butterflies. All right. Let's see. You guys can look at this too and tell me if one jumps out at you. That one might be a little too big. That one's too blendy. That's too big. Too big. Does that blend in too much? I'm not in the frame. Okay. So do you think that that is too matchy-matchy? Trying to see what else I might have here. Don't like that one. It's funny. Some butterflies will be perfect for a project, and then others, that's too pale. Yeah, and I can edge it some more in black if you guys like that one. And here's some more. Ooh, look at that. That's kind of pretty. It's big, but it's kind of pretty. Hey, Pam. So you guys tell me, what do you think of that one? It's too little and it blends in too much. We can do some different things. I think it's one of these two right now. Is the first one better? This one? That one? It does really go nicely with that. Okay. So let's take, yeah, let me find my black soot and we'll go around those edges and darken them up. I'm not seeing the black soot. Where did it go? There's Versacolor. are we doing time-wise? Oh, we're right at 10 o'clock. So we're going to come back on Wednesday and finish these up. But for right now, let's... So you guys be thinking what we should... Oh, let's do one more trivia before we go. Let's see. Okay. Well, we're down to 9 people, so let's hurry up and do them before we lose any more. Let's see. Do you guys know I think it was the weekend, it's been very recently, there's been a volcano eruption. Does anybody know where we had a volcano eruption? Didn't hurt anybody. There were no casualties. There. Now that one's real. Look at that. That's really pretty. And I'll find my Wink of Stella and we'll put some shiny stuff and maybe some splatters. See my Wink of Stella right handy, but it's here somewhere real close. There it is. Yeah, it wasn't a big story. It was a small story on the news. And I just happened to see it. It wasn't a huge story because it didn't destroy any properties or hurt anybody. It wasn't anything like that. It was just a spectacular show of lava bursting into the air. Not Asia. It was not in Asia. Kilauea. She says, I don't remember if that was the exact place, but it is in Hawaii. So I'll give that to you. And so now you'll have to be here. I do it live. I do the drawing live on the first day of the month. So on February 1, everybody who's in the jar. Yep. Tina got it. It were in Hawaii. So Tina, you have got a ticket in the jar. All right. Well, we are over 10 o'clock, so I do need to end this, but I'll think about what else we want to put on this. Maybe a word up here. Maybe, like I did with this one, I put some beads and then I put some antenna in there, and I'll probably do the same thing with this one. And I might want to sew around it or put a little lace behind it, but I'll be ready to do that on Wednesday when we come back. We'll finish up this one and we'll do the light green one. And then in the meantime, I will. Oh, you guys that are left. Yes, it was nice meeting. I hope you come back, Tina. Once you've been here a couple of times, I'll put your birthday month and day in the birthday book, and we celebrate birthdays. There was none today to celebrate, but there we go. See, and that'll then go in a journal, and how fun. What a nice interactive element in a journal. And we'll have that one, and then we'll have that one, and I can always add more. So there we go. We're a third of the way. But yes, we are 9 a.m. Eastern to 10 a.m. Eastern. Spraying this a little bit. I've got some. And then I just put a little wink of Stella on those wings. Can you see there you go. Can you see the shiny on there? In the orange part of the wings. All right. Well, happy Monday. I'm going to watch the inauguration. I think this is going to be a historic one. Like him or not, I think this is a big day in our history. So I think I'll watch it. And I'll be back on Wednesday. All right, folks, have a wonderful day. Love you all. And if you haven't yet, please give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Okay. I'm looking at some of the comments I missed. Bye, Susan. And who else is in? Shamika. A lot of people have left already. Had phone calls. So, yep, we hope to see you again too, Tina. And we'll get this little project. What a fun ephemera thing. I don't know that I've ever seen anybody do anything like this. I'm sure I'm not the first, but what a fun thing to hang in a journal. All right. Talk to y'all later. Have a great day. Stay warm. And I'll see you all on Wednesday. Bye.